So, cool little story coming up here for you. Hugh, are you ready? I love this story, and this had to be this way for me, so.
Too much talking. We need more music. What do you think? Okay, so Steve said I got to tell this story, so I tell this story. I'm not a friend of Dan Fogelberg's. I would like to say that he was my friend, but he's an acquaintance, so there's that. I finished playing a job in Peoria, and it was late, and I had still a lot of spit and vinegar in me, and I went downtown to see another place in late night jazz, and I'm at a club in downtown Peoria, and my brother elbows me, and he says, "Look who's sitting at the end of the bar." And I look, and I said, "It's Dan Fogelberg, I don't believe it." And yeah, so there was Dan sitting at the bar with an absolutely beautiful woman on his arm. Go figure. And I didn't want to invade his privacy, but I just wanted to say hello. I've been a lifelong fan, and found a way to do it politely, and I'm so glad that he was polite back and very accepting. And he happened to say, "Oh, you know, this is great. I'm here in town, and I need to borrow a guitar. I just flew in for the weekend, and I need to borrow a guitar. Do you know where I could borrow one?" And I said, "Yeah, I got a guitar you can borrow." So I told him what it was. It's a Martin D41, which is a very special guitar. And I bought a Martin D41, the first loan I ever took out in my life, because it was Dan's favorite style of guitar, which is why I bought that. And when I told him I had a D41 that actually happened to be built in 1974, his jaw dropped, and he says, "I have to play it. I want to rent it from you." I said, I couldn't rent it, but I'd lend it to you. You signed one of my old albums. We got a deal. So the deal was struck. I brought it over to his mother's home the next day. It was a wonderful celebration. He had come in town to celebrate his grandmother's 100th birthday. Yeah, she was a fine old lady. She actually lived to be within 2 weeks of 109. Yeah, there were some good genes in that family on the Irvine side. So it was a wonderful thing. He was able to borrow that and sign it, and he wanted to play it that day, in particular, because he'd written a song he wanted to debut for his family. And it's actually the song you're going to hear next. It's a song about his family and his family's heritage. That leads into the segue for the song, Four Fathers.